unit is very generalized unit. So there may be some title will be given, for example, discuss about the various 7Ps with respect to hotel industry or airline industry or consultancy. So obviously you all people have to know at least select 10 different service, and you have to prepare for the 7Ps. You have to explain about the 7Ps. That is one part. So that is the application oriented thing. The second one is related to the consumer behavior. Okay, so we have to revise all the things about consumer purchase behavior process. Okay, consumer behavior, we have the 5 steps, and what are the factors influencing the any purchase decisions. So obviously second unit we have to use the 7Ps, the word 7Ps we have to use, and apart from it we have to recollect all the factors which is related to consumer behavior. Okay, so today we try to revise it with respect to the application of 7Ps. We will be working later as a group, so that comes under activity, because that one specific question, either it is a case study or a general big question will come. So after discussing these concepts, we will try to do the assignments and activities that do later. So today is completely of revision of service marketing concept with respect to consumer behavior, and there are some few additional factors that we have to revise. Okay, just moving on. Mainly for buying decision. So these all things are common, but please remember with respect to the services marketing, we have to give example from the services only mostly, but even we can give for the explanation, but in the exam try to give only the service related things. That will be fine. Otherwise the concepts will be remains the same. So buyer decision. So before you are choosing a service or you are going to provide a service, offering a service, we have to understand why the consumer is actually buying. So even we are going to the hotel, for the same hotel there may be 10 different type of customer with the 10 different type of expectation. Somebody may come for only for food, somebody may come for a service, somebody for a relaxation, somebody for the get together, the gathering they may came. Okay, similarly, even the core product, earlier we discussed about the 5 levels of product, right? Even though in the hotel, the core product is food. Okay, so around the food, we have certain other things. Sometimes the food might become the last option. Some place we are ready to spend more time, we are ready to spend more money, but we won't bother about the taste. We won't bother about what we are actually ordering. So we'll be, or mostly we'll go with the friends or the families. We'll be very serious about discussing other things. Okay, so just want to fill up the half an hour or 1 hour, we will be ordering something which takes more time. The same time, for example, last week I went to Udupi Hotel, so that is nearby our Kotono. So I took my friends who came first time to my place. I thought, okay, vegetarian they need, so I can, okay, this is the place. It is not a very big hotel, so this takes only less time. Okay, so they want to spend only 15 minutes there. Okay, they are having their own home. It takes another 1 hour to travel. So we just want to fill the stomach. We want to leave. That is our objective. But when I took that, there will be complete disappointment. For getting the order itself, it will be around 1:30. So that time it is a full busy. Okay, so we try to order only the normal things. We are not ordering for the different dishes. So meals, full meals. Okay, it will be very easy because they are having, they just prepare. This is the idea we had. But for coming to take order itself take 15 minutes, because there are around 20 to 25 tables everywhere. There is so much busy. Even we are requesting, even we are shouting. Probably there is no people because of the COVID. The number of employees are so less. So we have to wait for 15 minutes to say the simple word 4 meals. Okay, after it took another 15 minutes to get a only meal. There is no side dish, other things happen. Then after 15 minutes, we requested, can we get a hot water? They are ready to give the mineral water. Okay, we don't want to have the mineral water. We need just hot water. It takes another 15 minutes. So nearly 1 hour we have to spend for getting just a food meal. So it is highly disappointed. But the same hotel, I took another friend during the night. It will be around 2 months back. Okay, we want to spend more time. So that we spend nearly 2 hours. So one by one we order. Okay, we took more time. So the same hotel, the same people, but the satisfaction we got will be difference. Okay, so this is a simple example. So when you are providing a service, the customer may not have the same customer. So for example, I myself the same customer. I might be bringing the similar friends because I have some experience, right? Okay, so I'm having some opinion on that, but my mood also changes because now my need is just I want to provide some food to my guest. That's it. But earlier we want to spend nearly 2 hours to discuss more time because we won't have enough place to sit where we have to sit. We don't want to sit in our homes. We want to go to outside, but because of the COVID, we cannot roam around. So we want to spend at a safer place. Nearly 2 hours we spent very happily. At this time, it's not happen. So, service, we have to understand why a people is buying, what they are actually coming for the buy, how they want to buy. Okay. So, right side, the salesperson. For example, this is a salesperson. Either you may be a service provider or might be intermediary. Okay. For example, Swiggy. Swiggy means here we can take as a salesperson as a Swiggy. Okay, it might be the another hotel. The hotel might be whatever we order, they will just prepare and pack and give. But it is the responsibility of the Swiggy. So Swiggy is a artificial intelligence related, so you don't take much. Okay, but if it is a salesman, he has to understand why they are buying. So based on the why they are looking for the service, I have to plan for how it should be presented. If it is a product, we will speak about a delivery. We speak about packing. We speak about other things. But in terms of service, why they buy, whether they look for a quality or a quantity or for urgency, I have to present accordingly. What to buy? Okay, so we have to understand what is their actual need. Based on that, my service will change. My service offer will change. My service package will change. And how they are buying. How they are buying means it can be taken as a volume. Whether they are looking for 10 rupees or whether they are looking for 1000 rupees. Whether they want to buy in bulk or they want to buy piece, one by one they need. So for example, rice, normally we took for 1 month. Okay. Sugar, we might be taking for 15 days once. But certain thing with respect to some vegetables, which will decay very easily, we try to get daily. Even it takes more time, we want to get daily. So same way, the services also, whether they want to get one by one. Same example I can take. If it is a hotel, if you want to take the food very earlier means whatever they are ordering, it should come parallelly. Soup has to come parallelly. My meals has to come parallelly. And whatever the ice cream or water, it should be come parallelly. So I want to finish 15 minutes, I want to go out. I will be happy, everything's brought together. But if I want to spend more time, if I want to enjoy the eating means, I will order first water. I will wait. Then I will order soup. It will take 15 minutes. They have to wait. Then I will order another thing. So it will take so much of time. Then finally I will go for a juice. Then I will have an ice cream. Then I will have a bida. So as a service provider, even at the same place, I have to understand the customer's mood, customer expectation, how they have to serve. So for example, some other hotel, if the order taker again and again coming, sir, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Means sometimes we feel happy. They are so attentive. If they are not asking means we feel very bad. There is no proper hospitality. But the same situation, if I am very busy with eating something, if they are asking again and again, then I will say, sir, if I need means I will ask, sir. Please don't come and ask again and again. So our mind changes. So the same way in the services also, we have to understand why the consumer is buying, what they actually need. Okay, even if it is hungry, what they actually need, whether they want a juice or whether they want a food or whether they want something else. Okay, so based on this, the satisfaction they receive from the service will differ. Okay, so again, there is another challenge in terms of service. Okay, whether your customer is the end user, we call it as a consumer. Okay, whether he is a end user or end user buyer, we are using another two words. Okay, organizational buyer. The same thing comes for the marketing, also general product, whether it is industrial buying or consumer buying. The same way here, whether you are purchasing a service for your home or whether you are purchasing a service for your institution or for any other organization or for a common cause, it differs. Okay, how in depth we are going into it. For example, consumers may be looking for a customized thing. Every time I go, it should be different. But in terms of organization buying, it should be standardized because we mostly look for a durability, standard, service, guarantee, warranty. But end user buying means is mostly influenced by reference or by advertisement or it might be impulse purchase. So based on this, my purpose of purchase. So here we can have a criteria. These things can be taken as a factor. First factor, whether the service you are looking for, whether you are for own consumption or for others. Others means institution or not. If it's so, then we have to go for some other parameter. What is the purpose of purchase? then buyer. Okay, whether it's an individual or whether they are buying for a group. Purchase factors. Purchase factor in terms of organization buying means we need a product specification, technical factors, and other rational. Rational means more technical detail with respect to the service we need. But in terms of end user mean we need brand reputation, personal recommendation, emotion, because we want to feel it even after the purchase and consumption. We want other people to appreciate about our services. Even we are happy with the service, if somebody is not happy with the brand or not happy with the service, we also will get dissatisfied in terms of end user, buyer or consumer services. But in terms of organization, if the organization is happy, organization when it will be happy, when it is safety is there, security is there, and there is a quality is there, and the price is very cheap, warranty guarantee is there, then we will be happy. We won't be bothering about every employee's perception. For example, if you are purchasing a generator, a very big giant generator, on the way some security might come and what is the color? It's a very rustic color. It's not appealing, but it's the entrance of the door. Some people will be coming and telling, so it is making so much of noise. But still, according to the product manager or the service manager, if the generator is very efficient, if it is consuming very less fuel, and we are able to manage more devices, that is enough for them. Okay, but if the company condition, it should not have sound, we should not make a noise pollution means, okay, that become a criteria. So the purchase factors of organization buyer will differ, individual buyer will differ. And decision time, normally we are buying, okay, service for me, it's my own decision or by immediate reference to, that will not take more time. Because obviously, what are the dissatisfaction going to happen? It will be only with one or two people. And it is a dissatisfaction. I might be losing a 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Okay. But in terms of organization, for example, you're booking a flight. And first time I'm traveling to the particular service provider. If I'm individually, I can take a risk, I will experience, then next time I won't go in it. But in terms of organization, we have to go for a contract. Okay. We have to go for a contract. It will be a period of 1 year. If some mistake happened means, okay, if some mistake happen, I am making my client to travel through the contract, or I am making my CEO to travel in the flight. If there is any dissatisfaction means that affects my entire organizational reputation. Even if the service is provided by the third party, the airline services, immediately what the comment will come, why you selected this particular airlines? Are you not able to spend more money? Do you want to save money? Actually, it is not so. But it happened by error. So they won't blame the service provider, but only we facilitated. So we have to think from the service provider, whether it is for an individual, that's fine. If any mistake is happening means we can deduct whatever the money deducted, we can give back. Okay, they will be happy, or we can say sorry. That is enough. That is the emotional thing we can do. But it is an organization means we have to come to the organization, we have to explain. Otherwise, the brand reputation will go. So, this is the decision time for the decision with respect to selecting the service. For the organizational services, it will be very, 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 very lengthier. It has to follow many hierarchical things. We have to go for step by step, step by step. But in terms of consumers' preference of services, it is a flat. Either myself or my friend or my family, it will be very easy. Okay. So, and another thing, what are the situation we can say in the organization buying? It's already we studied in the industrial buying behavior. Either the service we are buying at the first time, okay, the first time we are ordering the service, or we are always going with the service loan. For example, we have a battery, we have an inverter. Every time we have to change the battery of the inverter means it is a continuous but straight rebuy. I won't bargain anything. Well, there will be a contract. I trust the people. Straight rebuy. That time the service is different. But another thing, every time I am modifying my services. For example, if I'm having a big truck for my institution, okay, I want to buy a tire. So it might be running for 2 to 3 years based on the experience, based on the fault happen, based on the money, the price at that, I will change my purchase. So if the purchase can be first time purchase, I have no idea. So I should have more source of information. I should depend on other people. Next one, straight rebuy. Yes, I am going with the same client. I have no doubt. It's very easy. And the third one, every time I want to change the service. So here I am explaining with the buyer perspective, but please you think from the service perspective. If I am coming for the first time, how you have to serve me? What are the efforts you have to make? If I am coming for the repurchase, There is a bond between you and me. Then how you will treat me. And every time I'm changing. I'm giving a bulk order, but I have a switching behavior. I want to change every time. I will give more suggestions, whether you are able to give. Now the challenge is. But in terms of consumer behavior, means we will classify with respect to habitual buying, low cost, or variety seeking, or complex. These things we will see later. These are the classification of buying behavior. These things comes under industrial buying behavior, individual buying behavior. Individual buying process, industrial or organizational or institutional, all are same. Okay, so we have to understand the factors, we have to understand what are the different types of purchases are there, and we have to know what are the other things which will influence things. Students, I am just speaking without any interaction. So what are the other factors? So these things I am just explaining with my own example, but please select at least 10 different services. For each services fix. If it is industrial buying, how I have to give. If it is individual buying, how I have to give. These are the factors. Which factor is influencing hotel? Which factor is influencing retailing? Which factor is influencing IT? Which factor is influencing education, etc. So please all of it, any 10 different types of services fit with everything. And what are the other reasons people may buy? What are the other factors? So it can be economical factor. Okay, I want to save money, so I am purchasing this product. Psychological factor, it relates to my mood, emotions. Okay, stress, etc. Sociological factor. Sociological means it can be related to the acceptance by the other people. Okay, so for example, service provider, if it is a very big institution, means the security, housekeeping, gardening, these services will be outsourced. That's fine. But when I am speaking with the other company people, they will ask, who is your service provider? So they will judge us based on the brand we outsourced. There are n number of manpower management services. So if there are some manpower management services which is having a locally visible means, I'm getting a link with another people who is in the abroad. They might not heard that word, means what you will have. Okay. So if it is a local, it is unknown, means okay, their services will be like that. So they are not ready to spend more money even in the housekeeping, even in the security. We might be thinking it's a very, very small thing, but they will try to judge us based on what a service we are providing. Just like us, it is similar to when we are entering into the 5-star hotel, we won't bother about a very big ambience, food, service, etc. That is the second part. But when I enter, the hospitality person who is in the reception, and when I am leaving, the security, these two things influence more than the interior thing. So even it can take only 2% of the entire expenses, but that also important. So I have to think that also. And in terms of factors, we have to classify practical factor, rational factor, emotional factor. Okay, normally we will say rational, emotional. That is the two things we will classify. Rational means there are a lot of things we have to think and decide. Quality we have to think, quantity we have to think, sales, durability. These are the quantifiable factors with respect to the services, mean rational. So the consumer, that is who is coming for the service, whether it is the airlines or the hospital or entertainment, whatever it may be, whether they are taking this decision rationally. Rational means they will think and decide. Okay, but another thing, for example, if I am going to book a movie, there is a more emotional attachment with the hero or more emotional attachment with the theater. Sometimes we won't bother about what the movie is, but I want to fix with the theaters. So here, whether they are taking the decision rationally or emotionally, these things I have to understand, then only I can change my services. And something is impractical. Some consumers might be looking for more and more services. How I can convince them? So I can't give the service, but I have to explain them politely. Okay. So for example, if you go to a big mall or theater, okay. So when we are coming down, for example, we are going for the hypermarket, means we took 5 to 6 hours. Okay. We had a very good experience in the mall. Okay. We are very happy, very nice ambience. And in terms of purchasing also, we served around 30 to 40%. We planned for 10,000 rupees, but we bought for 50,000 rupees. But still we feel happy that actually the amount is for 1 lakh, but we saved 50,000 rupees. That much happiness you are traveling. When you are coming out, with a happy mood you are coming, you are going to the parking. They said, sir, initially 1 hour, it is free. Now you exceeded, it is around 4 hours. So per hour it is 50 rupees, 4 hour 200 rupees you have to pay. whatever the satisfaction we got by saving a 50,000 rupees, whatever the experience, emotional experience, our relief of stress, everything will gone. The 200 rupees now matters. We start hating the entire experience and the mall. But it's a very small thing. So can we make it as a free? So another option, as a service provider, I may think, okay, yes, fine. If it is a, so we have a rule, we have a standard. We are given a 1 hour free. If they are exceeding means they are very good purchases. So can we take those who are having more than 20,000 rupees? Can I make it as a free? That will discourage the walking customers. That will discourage the innovators. I cannot discriminate the people who is buying one. So that is not possible. How I can say? So can I make all the people it is free? Whoever enters into the theater, whoever enters into the mall, parking is free. Can I advertise? Yes, fantastic. In the entire city, for example, the Bangalore city, we have no place to park. So I might taking some decision. Okay, full free. So the very next day, I can see there is thousands of cars, thousands of bikes, everybody coming, and they are entering into the mall. But what will happen? Can I have the correlation between number of cars parked, bikes parked, and how many people are actually purchasing from it? I can't make a one way. Okay, those who are enter the car, you should come only through this. Because what some smart people like us, what they will do, they go and park the car nicely or bike nicely for the safety. Then we will move to the next shop. That shop may not be having a parking. We might enjoy it. We give all the contribution, all the profit to the nearby store, which is not invested more. We will come back, bought nothing, but we use the parking facility. That is also the problem. So as a place, we can't give something as a free, something we cannot give extra. That is called as impractical things. How we can manage? These are the factors you have to consider in terms of service. So apart from that, when the customers comes, what is the attitude he is having towards the brand, towards the product, towards the location? What is his opinion? When I am entering, you can't guess whether I am a new customer or existing customer or you are happy customers. But understanding your attitude at the time of purchase, opinion, what is the opinion you are having? When you enter, what is the feeling you are having? What is the belief systems created in your mind? These all things are psychological things. That is also having an impact on purchasing the service, experience the service. Irrespective of my offer, the satisfaction depends upon you. But how I can understand this? That is a challenge in services marketing. Why it is a challenge? Compared to your product, intangible, qualitative, heterogeneous, variable. These are 4 factors. It varies with time to time. I can give a tag. Okay, for example, Ravindran comes. I can use artificial intelligence. Okay, this customer immediately I can track for the last 1 year. That's a purchase made by him around 1 lakh. So he might be a happy customer. Another person who is coming in the food that is not recognized in my virtual reality or in my augmented any intelligence. So can I decide, okay, this person is a regular person. Okay, I want to focus on the innovator who is coming first. Can I do like this? That is also a problem. Because there is no assurance the newcomer will give more sales. There is no assurance I am coming regularly, so I will switch. I won't switch to another brand. So these are the challenge. But in the service marketing, we have to understand these much number of specific reasons before offering a service. So it's not a product, friends. It's not a product. Even you are having a very good product, very good brand, very good service, very good employee, your service might fail because of the consumer mindset. So that's why consumer behavioral study is more important than your service study. Okay. Yes. I'm moving to the next. Other reasons, it's just a categories because you can't find out the same answers from all. So I might be consulted from different books. So please remember at least 10 reasons you can write on your own. Okay. Other reasons why they buy. So for example, if it is related to industrial buyer, they want to increase their sales, they want to increase their profit, they want to get more, or they want to create a satisfaction on their customers. As a third party, as I am a supplier, I want to satisfy them means that is a different factor. So more reason why people buy. So they want to get a very good impression on their buying. So these are the just main hitting. Those two just main hitting. Some people purchasing insurance. Why? Because they want to reduce the risk. Some people might think it is an investment. Some people might think it is an expenses. Are you getting the point? So some people they will be purchasing some security services to protect. Okay, some people want to improve, some people want to, so these are the main headings. For a same customer, there might be different reasons to buy in a different situations, or for the different customers at the same time, each people may have a different reasons to buy for the same product, for the same service, they might be having separate. That is also we have to find out through some other things. So another thing we have to take our organizational behavior concept, and we studied in our consumer behavior also. We studied a little bit in our principles of management also. So we have to find out when a consumer is entering into our place or when they are purchasing through our online, okay, what level of their need they are at. Okay, so we classify it as the Maslow's hierarchy. So you can draw the triangle. If it is something related to consumer behavior, you can draw the triangle. Okay, there's a 5 need: basic needs, security needs, social needs, self-esteem needs, self-actualization. Okay, so when they are coming, what is their actual need? So for example, I can say for the same person, it can be for a health. Okay, for another person, it can be for a safety. For another person, it can be a social acceptance by the friends. For another person, it is my self-respect, self-esteem. So I self-satisfaction. Another person, it's towards our society. It's for a future growth. Might be if he is around 60 plus 70 years, he is married, he is having enough kids, he retired, he is so spiritual, then we will go to the self-actualization stage. But how can identify it? That is a challenge. So, but says that concept says that you have to classify. You have to classify what their need. Okay, what is their need? Whether which level they are based on that. So it can be related to our levels of product: core product, basic product, augmented product, expected product, potential product. Okay, those who are expecting the self-actualization, they might be looking for a potential services. Okay, if I need just, I want to fill my hungriness, I'll fill my thirst, the basic need is enough. So for the same service, I might be in a different levels. So I can use. So in the service marketing, we are not evolving the new concept. We are applying the basic concept in different examples. So here we have to identify which level each customer is. We have to customize based on that. Okay. So another thing, some other buying motives. So these can be classified as a buying factors or buying motives of services. Okay, so there is another setup called a consumer can be. We can classify consumer different way, right? One way is whether he is a conspicuous or status related consumer. So for example, I am taking an iPhone. So he is expecting some service from the iPhone. What is the expectation? His service. So status. He is ready to pay more money. Even it is the battery is not lasting for more time. It is having some. I'm not going to speak about a product. Okay, product is very good. That's fine. But if I'm having a Redmi phone, if I'm having an iPhone, I'm keeping in the table. Okay, somebody comes, sir, which phone is yours, sir? They are not speaking about the ownership. So if I say iPhone, the image created on me will be different. The way he behaves to me will be different. But when I'm saying it's a Redmi, that will be different. So depend upon my client, depend upon my employees, depend upon my friends' expectation, how they feel about me or how they should feel about my brand, my organization. This is also one of my motive that can be called as a conspicuous consumption. I am consuming certain product, not for me, but for this. Even for the, we can say the alcoholic things, tobacco related things. Earlier it starts like a social status. I am drinking, I am smoking because others are drinking, others are smoking. If I am not drinking, I will be like that only it will start. So that is getting addicted, right? The same way, there are some product without any proper reason, as it is having good social status, I am preferring it. That is one thing. Next one is snob effect. Snob effect. It is similar to this. Desire to buy something that nobody else has. I want to be unique. Social status also will come, but they only the premium people having, so I want to be like that. That is a different thing. But here means snob effect means in the entire city, nobody is having the particular Audi series, this particular color, particular design, particular series, this metallic design, nobody is having, so I want to buy. If somebody asks what is the reason to buy, nobody is having, I want to be unique. So here you can just link with the Maslow's hierarchy, self-esteem. Okay, so for example, diamond, platinum. Even diamond is having a lot of effect. It has to be linked with your horoscope. Diamond, if there is any fault, means we can't easily find out. There should be some expertise required. It is not saleable. It is not safety to keep with us always. There are a lot of risk is there, lot of negative is there, but some people will diamond. The only simple says at the marriage time we want to say we only donated this thing to the person, or we only gifted, because nobody did, right? I want to unique from others. So that is one buying motive. Another things, bandwagon effect, desire to buy something everybody else is having. Okay, this is a little bit okay, sir. I don't want to be unique because I am not rational. Okay, I am not very good in decision making. See here you can class with, there's another class with, right? Innovator, earlier, after, laggard, etc. etc. No? So I am not an innovator, I am not a laggard. I am in between, late majority. So wherever, for example, most of the people will go to our MG road, they don't know where to buy, including me. Okay. For example, if I'm looking for some textiles or ready-made shirts, garments, literally I don't have so much of experience in experiencing all the services provided there. So what we normally do, we'll go to the store where the crowd is more. Our assumption, the crowd is more because they are giving very good services. The product might be cheap. As we have no knowledge about the service, we have to depend on them. So there are some setup that is called as bandwagon effect. So for example, nowadays people will say, oh, what you have to invest. Many people are giving many advices. Before the COVID, they said, so please invest in land. Everybody is doing on that because land is the only thing nobody can take very immediately. It is long lasting for 30 years, 40 years. If you buy today, within 5 years, it will become triple. So simply, when somebody is getting a PF fund, when somebody is getting a bulk incentive, immediately what they will do? They will go to that. So the buying a diamond, buying an iPhone is the initial level. When we get a job, we'll buy a very good premium sports bike. That is the initial social status. Snob effect, nobody is having. I want to have a different type of helmet. I want to buy a shirt which nobody is having. That is different thing. But when I'm going to the next level, so for example, if you are getting married, you want to reduce the risk. You don't want to so much unique. You don't want to have a social acceptance, but you want to be safe. So that effect is called as bandwagon effect. So what most of the people are doing, I want to. So the same thing will happen in hotel. The same thing might be happening in the airlines. So same thing might be happening in education. How you are choosing a college, how you are choosing a tuition center, how you are choosing a typewriting center. Okay, so even during the Christmas time or Diwali time or Pongal time and the movie comes, what will we go for reviews? Immediately we are going for the review. We are seeing the star. So please understand this all concepts arrive from here only. Which is having more star? I prefer to go that, but I don't know. 1 lakh people experience the services. Out of 1 lakh people, only 100 people rated. But if the 95% of the people rated 5-star, I will believe out of 1 lakh, only 50 people given or 95 people given a positive. I am ready to believe because I don't want to be unique. I don't want to take risk. That effect is called as band effect. So this thing also we have to keep in mind what type of consumer we are having, what is their motive. So here you see all the motives are not my motive. Okay, it is a social objective or safety. Here I am not at all speaking about a product, I am not at all speaking about the quality of the services, durability of the services. I completely depends on the public who is giving a reviews, or my reference groups, or peer review groups, or some consultancy, or some other people who is recommending. Okay, so this is also an important thing in a service. Okay, so I'm just we explained more, so I'm just going through the slide. So categories of buying motive, it can be emotional, it can be rational. If it is rational means it is very easy for us because we can easily identify this is the parameter they are looking for: quality, packaging, services, variety. But the emotional means we can't guess. But service is more into emotional because again intangible, heterogeneous, variable, and both consumer and producer has to be at the same time. Okay, so these things it's just to explain. The slide will be given later. Okay, emotional means what is the mood we are. Okay, What are the objective here? So these all things. So please just to go through and remember a few of the things. Okay. Rational motives. If you want to go through the rational motives, then you have to create a customer awareness. We have to work from the bottom. We have to say the value of money. The value of money means money is worth, because the customer is choosing your service based on his reasons, based on the factors, based on the judgment. That will be logical thing is there. But in terms of here, I'm just showing the emotional motives. See, affections, appearance, change, variety, comfort, convenience, health, fear, leisure time, recreation. It is not standard. My leisure time, your leisure time will be different. My fear and your fear may be different. My security, your security is different. How I am recognized a brand, how you are, is different. So it is more qualitative. But rational is little bit, it is quantitative. So what I have to do? I have to do some other things than this. So these are the things it explains. Rational motives means we have to provide ease of operations when we are selling a tractor example for this, and we have to give the value for money, we have to save timing. This is fine. But emotional motive, if I am selling a car, means the one of the thing, increased leisure time. They want to spend more time leisurely, means so I have to design my vehicle accordingly. And in terms of, we can connect the same thing with our airlines, we can connect with the hotel, we can connect the lodge, whatever the services, we can connect with this. So for the same product, again, so we can't classify, sir, these are the products having rational motives, sir. These are the products having, with that also we can't classify. Sir, for this product, for example, I say, if in terms of selecting an education institution, rational motive is more, might be 75%. Balance 25% may be emotional. So that institution is very nice institution. I know the institution very well, the brand. I have attachment towards it. So there is a very good greenery. The people are speaking very nicely. These are emotional. So 25%. But other things, what we are looking for? Other things. Okay. But in terms of other services, for example, with respect to the entertainment services, we will give more importance to the emotional things. Rational things will be less. Value for money, I spend around 3 years. What is that? No, we can't calculate, because objective is different, service is different. So, but all the services have some rational motives, some emotional motives. The balance between these two will differ. You have to understand that. You cannot judge. And even the same service, how much emotional motive I am having and how much emotional motive you are, and that is also differing. So service to service differ. The same service, person to person differ. Same service, same person, time to time, mood to mood, and who is accompanying with me. For example, if I am traveling alone to another place, I might be step into the local bus, I might be step into the unreserved train. I look on only to, I want to reach the place very soon. I want to have a very less ticket. I won't bother about other things. But if I am coming with my family, if I am coming with 10 friends, I want to reserve. I want a clean environment, because whatever I am choosing, it is for others, because my decision should be respected by them, because they will comment on me, no? Okay, so are you getting the points? For example, if I am going for the hotel, it is somewhat different. I may be emotional, but if my 10 of my friends are coming, then I will be started evaluating. I will become a rational. This food, how much price, how much seats are available, how much hygienic. If they are asked in some other place whether they will give proper review, good review, then they will say, okay, Ravi, you made a very good, nice dinner. To get the name, I have to work rationally. But if I am going individually, I can be emotional. It differs. Okay. So please understand, there is a lot of variety of things you have to consider in terms of giving a small service. That is a challenge in terms of services. So there are some technical words that we can discuss later. Okay, so overall, these things you have to include. If it is a question, means buying process. Always the buying process, there will be mostly 5-step process: problem recognition, information. So that we call this identification of need, information search, evaluation of alternative. Okay, then purchase behavior. So here we can have first identification of need, then searching for the information, evaluation of alternative, and purchase. Okay, take it as a purchase. Okay, then what will happen after the evaluation of the purchase? we have to think about the post-purchase behavior. This is a normal thing. This is a normal consumer behavior only. But in terms of service, it's so important. In terms of problem, in terms of need recognition, how a consumer is identifying his need. We have to follow on Maslow's hierarchy need, his individual need, how they are identifying his need. Some places we will identify others' need and we will make them to aware this is your need. You have to choose this gym. They might be looking for gym to have some fitness, but we identified you have to reduce this much weight. For that you have to use this much equipment, this much you have to consume. Then you will look like this. That will be fit for the BMI will be like this. So he don't know exactly about what he need actually. As a service provider, I have to recognize his need. That is another problem of service. Product is a clear picture. Service, sometimes they might not be able to understand their need. They will do entire process. Finally, they purchase the service. They will experience. They later come to know that their real need is not this need. So your service is not satisfied their now identified need. Finally, they will get dissatisfied with your service. But where is the problem? The problem is with me. I don't know how to identify my real need. Okay, but finally what will comply? On the service provider. So it is a responsibility of the service provider to understand your need and also how to educate you. This is your proper need. That is again, there is a challenge. Okay, then information search. So for example, if the customer have identified his need, then what are the ways he is getting information about me, about my service? Okay, that we have done. Identification of sources, which media he is trusting on, what are the reviews he is saying. And so for this, what we have to know, we want to know about his reference group. We want to know about demography, that is with respect to the age, gender, occupation, all things we have to study, and we have to identify which location he is from. We want to understand while choosing a yearly service, what are the ways he look for. So now because of our technology, now because of analytics, little bit it is possible by going through his previous purchase, we try to identify it. So that is also another process, information search. Then how he is evaluating, whether he is evaluating rationally or emotionally, whether he is evaluating on his own or he is dependent on some consultants or some other people, that is again another problem. Then he is buying, how he is buying, whether he is an innovator buyer, whether he is buying from the same service provider or every time he is changing, whether he is buying the service alone or whether he is buying the service with all the people, whether he is buying frequency is more or less, quantity of purchase, etc. during the purchase. So while he is enjoying the service, also we have to monitor. Then when he walk out of the hotel or a restaurant or the education institution or the airlines or the consultant, whatever it may be, we have to track what is their post-purchase satisfaction. So mostly what will happen, nearby billing or after the billing, we try to correct their consumer satisfaction. That is one way. If you go to the most of the retail shop, they will ask, please click the smiley, please give satisfied. If you go to the hospital, every place they want to get the feedback. That is one way. But please remember, while I am consuming the service, I might have some satisfaction or dissatisfaction. But when I go to home, when I speak to my friends, their feedback, their suggestion, their comments also influence my satisfaction level. It's not only immediately after the service. Then post-purchase behavior. That is again is a problem of the service. For example, if I am buying a chocolate, I'll buy the chocolate, I eat, okay, within 5 minutes I will tell it is good or not. That's it. Then I will move on. But in terms of service, we go to the hotel, I have to tell my family from where I ate. I have to tell my friends. So even after 1 week, I will tell. So I went to then immediately some, sir, that hotel is worst, sir. But actually, I am happy with it. So now, in front of the 10 people, somebody criticized that hotel is not good means I am compelled to say, yes, sir, not good, sir. But actually, it is good for me. Post-purchase behavior. But there is another type of, say again, you have to come up with a consumer behavior concept called extrovert or introvert. If I am introvert behavior, sir, that I don't know about you, for me it is nice, sir, value for money, I liked it. If I am an extrovert, I will accept others. Yes, sir. Actually, initially it's okay, but as you said, it's right. What will happen? If I tell 10 times not good, because of some other feeling, my post-purchase behavior also will go. Even I am satisfied with the airlines, even I am satisfied with the institution, even I am satisfied with the hotel. Next time, I will be reluctant to choose the service because my behavior may not be accepted by my peer groups. That is also a problem. So think about the problem of a service provider. Starting from the identification of need also, I can't rely on you, but I have to find out some other ways to enter into your brain. I have to understand it and make you aware, make you convinced. Then even after the service, even I provide a very good service, even I satisfied you, I have to give lot of advertisement. I have to give lot of activities. Please understand why some of the successful services still they are giving service, because by providing a proper service or proper product, I can satisfy you, but I have to satisfy the public also, who are not at all my customer, but they are opinion makers or opinion breakers. So in the society, I want other people, non-buyers also, to believe my service is good, so that only you will be satisfied. That is also again a challenge. So in the consumer behavior process, identification of need, information search, evaluation of alternatives, then I am going for the purchase. In the purchase also, there are a lot of things that we will discuss in retail management. But service, in terms of, you have to understand what they are, how they are evaluating the service after the consumption. That is also a challenge in consumer purchase behavior. Friends, with this, any cultural factor, social factor, even you can add all other factors also. Pestle, we will say the pestle, right? Age and life cycle stage. So here life cycle means it's the life cycle of the service, life cycle of the person, family life cycle of the person, life cycle of the service, introduction, growth, maturity, that also we have to study, and occupation, economic situation, lifestyle, personality. If you take each word, if I elaborate, that will be more concepts will be there, but that much is not required for the subject, please. But it is also important. Motivation, there are different types of motivation: positive motivation, negative motivation. That thing, perception, what is meant by perception. So even I am good service, how you perceive my service, that is also matter. How you are learning about my service, belief, value, these all things comes under psychological factor that we have to little bit revise. What is the impact of culture? Okay, so for the culture only, I want to understand about your gender, understand about your community, understand about your occupation, understand about your education, religion. These things I need, because based on that your culture may change. That is also required for understanding the consumer. And again, subculture. The subculture might be related to sub communities. Okay, it might be related to the economic situation, or it might be related to the location, it might be related to the race, language. That also have to identify it. So I think this thing you might be discussing in international business. Okay. Okay. So this is regarding your educational status and income status, social group. So in the social group also, we are classifying. If we say group, society means there are also membership group, aspirational group, reference group. There are a lot of things are there with respect to so what I am saying, consumer behavior is a 5-unit subject. We have to take the essence and we have to give for a service for it. So there are a lot of different types of social groups are there, opinion leaders. So when we are marketing, we have to identify who are the reference groups, who are the opinion leaders. We are depending on that. What type of bus marketing will click out? What are the social networking media? Mostly my consumers are linked with this. Okay. Yes, these are the explanation. The slide will be shared later. And with respect to the value and lifestyle in the consumer behavior, we have the word called VALS, VALS. Okay, value and lifestyle. That is one model. Okay, resources. Okay, I'll skip on as of now. The earlier listed things I am just. So another thing, as I discussed, with respect to the consumer behavior, we can classify the any buyer into 4 types. This is also one of the model. I am just explaining the heading. Complex buying behavior. A consumer may have a complex buying behavior, dissonance reducing buying behavior, habitual buying behavior, variety seeking behavior. So these things also we can relate with our innovation acceptance model. Okay, early adopter, early majority, late majority, like that. Same way. So complex buying behavior means, so here I need some interaction. Okay. For buying some services, we need more time, we need more reference. Okay, we can't take some decision easily. Can anyone please give some example for this type of service? I want to choose one service. It is very complex. It is not very easy to take. Can anyone say some example?
So two-wheeler.
Service. Product, you are right.
Insurance,
Insurance.
Tourism.
Insurance, tourism. So, sir, any service we can justify. Sneha, can you confirm why you are telling insurance we are involving complex buying behavior? Reason. Alison, you have to explain with the tourism.
Yes.
Any example can be connected to anything, but as of now, our mindset is right. For some people, buying an insurance is a complex buying. Why? What might be the reason? As a marketer, please think as an agent. Why you are feeling your buyers are complex? That means that you feel very difficult to sell the services. That is a complex buying behavior. Yes, Shreya. Hello.
Sir.
Oh, yes, yes.
Can I answer for that?
Yes, please.
Sir, so in the agent, as an agent, if I think about insurance, sir, it is very difficult to sell because one thing they have many options to get in this one insurance segment, and so there will be like the premium also depending upon their just the companies. They are waiting to give a best premium and best budget for them. So it's very hard for us to convince the people when premium. So and also, so like they have variety of products in them, sir. So we will get very hard to convince them to take such products. Like normally people know health insurance and only the like LIC likewise, sir. So there are a lot of other things like example Suraksha plan, which is of ICICI Prudential, and they in that they give as well as insurance, and when they are alive also they can get the this one insurance, like whatever they have paid in that 50% they can claim it back. So that type of products are there, but the people are very scared to believe in that. So it's very hard to convince them to make them aware of those products and the new products and all. It's very hard.
Okay, fine. Yes.
And they won't. Indian mindset is, sir, they don't easily trust any of the people. So it's very hard in that segment.
Okay. Yes, this might be true.
Yes.
Yes.
And like
Even
we need and also, sir, add on.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And also, sir, when we when we convince them to take go paperless in the insurance segment, so they don't believe it. They ask for the physical bond. So that is what, sir. Example, I don't telling about the Amazon. So when they entered to Indian market, there was no like cash on delivery option, but they understood the Indian people and they kept the cash on delivery option. So like this, we need to like apply some extra techniques to convince them.
Okay, fine. Okay, so even we can go in deep. Insurance is a common word, but insurance is also we are having a different type of insurances. So even the insurance, I can say health insurance, it will come under which category? Life insurance, it comes under which category? It depends with the people. Again, I can ask. Vehicle insurance, it comes under which category? So for answering all these four things, we have to use the keyword level of involvement. These all four classification based on. So if it is a matrix, later you can see it is a matrix, high involvement. What are the product we are taking more effort, more time? Our involvement is more. Why the involvement is more? The involvement might be more because of the price of the product might be very high, or risk of the failure is also very high. So I say Audi car. If I say chocolate, which is having more involvement? Buying a car. Even in the car, if it is Audi car, Maruti Suzuki, where the complex is more Audi. So if I did some mistake in Audi, I have to wait for another 10 years to change because the cost is very high. So same way, even with the service itself, we can classify. So simply the service which is, we need to have a more involvement, high involvement, that is called as complex buying behavior. Next one, this one. So please understand the meaning, then you can quote any example. Fine. Alison, you are just telling with the tourism. Can you explain?
So basically, these days, as COVID is going on, like inbound and outbound is not happening at all. But now domestic has started, but it is very hard to convince people to travel.
Okay.
People are not coming up. Either they want to travel like for like 500, 600 kilometers. Nobody wants to travel like no Southerns want to travel to North India, and North Indian, they don't want to do that. So it's very
Okay.
tough these days to convince people.
Yes. Great. So I am just to simply explain that, then later we'll discuss. So with respect to the consumer behavior, we can classify based on the environment. So they come in reverse actually. Okay. Complex buying behavior, if the involvement is very high, it is complex buying behavior. Dissonance reducing behavior, there's a word called dissonance. Dissonance means after the purchase, if I have a doubt whether I did a proper purchase or not, that is called as dissonance. My question on my purchase behavior, that is called as dissonance. That I already said that if I go to the hotel, I chosen a hotel, I completed my lunch, then I am thinking I should go on to some other hotel, right? This is called as dissonance. My doubt on my purchase behavior. So sometimes I am choosing a product or service so that after the purchase dissonance will not happen. What we will do, we'll go for a branded hotel. That's it. Where we are getting 5 stars, we'll go because mostly all the people are happy, so we might not have a doubt. Even we are dissatisfied, then they will say, no, 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 hotel is right. For me only, it is not okay. So there is another behavior, dissonance reducing. Dissonance. My confusion will not be there after the purchase. Next one, habitual. Daily, I am going to buy some services from the hotel or a nearby shop. Daily, I am going. Regularly I'm getting the same service. So for example, even it's a normal puncture shop, a air filling shop, okay, even I'm going to the hospital to just to check my pressure level, sugar. These are habitual buying behavior. So wherever I will go, there's no that much big difference will be there. If I'm going for a treatment to the hospital, then it become a complex. So even I'm saying the same service, there will be classification. Hospital, complex buying behavior. Life threatening treatment, complex buying behavior. Dissonance reducing behavior, I'm just going for consulting. Habitual buying behavior, I'm just going for checkup, general checkup. Variety seeking behavior, every time I want to have a different experience. Okay, so mostly hospital it won't happen. Okay, generally because it is a little bit risky. So if I am choosing a service, just I am an innovator, variety seeking behavior. So last time it is food is okay. Some people are like that. The food is okay, but I want to try with another hotel. That is food is okay. Everything is okay, but I want to try with a new food. I want to try in a new hotel. That is one behavior. Dissonance reducing behavior. I don't want to take risk, boss. Even there is new hotels are coming. All are good. Everybody is okay. But I am satisfied with the hotel, boss. Why I should think later? No, sir. Complex buying behavior. No, no, no. Because of COVID, I have to choose a proper hotel. Okay, the sanitation should be good. The person should be hygienic. Nothing should happen to my body because why? If something stomach upset happen, I cannot go to the hospital. I have to choose a hotel very carefully. See, the same hotel depends on the situation, it changes. Okay, so then insurance, banking, mutual fund, chip fund, all things are financial sector, but our things is changing, right? Insurance, every time we can't change. Even the insurance, I can say health insurance, I can change. Life insurance, we will go for dissonance reducing buying behavior. It is actually complex. So most of the people, why we are taking LIC, sir? Why, sir? We don't want to take risks, sir. A complex buying behavior. If you are going for a term insurance for 5 crore amount, monthly you have to pay 50,000 rupees. Then it is a complex. You will look for many options. Habitual, sir. Every year I have to reduce my tax, sir. I am going for just habitual buying behavior. Variety seeking, bike insurance, yearly 500 rupees. This time, next time we will try it. Nothing. Are you getting the point? So even for the same service, our buying behavior change. The same way, different service, my buying behavior change. So as a service provider, I have to see what type of buying decision making you are. Based on that only, I can design my service. So these are the, some of the part which comes under consumer buying behavior services. So I think we can stop with this and we can continue in the next class. Okay, friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can I have your video view for a few seconds just to see your faces? So around 23 people were there. Yes, Jubi, Jobin, Jibin, Alison, Mohin, Jade, Vinay, Hemant, Pavan,
Sir,
Dikshit.
Hemant.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
I can't see you. Chandan,
Sir,
Adarsh,
camera problem, sir. That's why I was like,
Soumya, Vinay, yes, Jade is there. Ujjaini, Melvin, Rakesh, Prerena, Srireka, Chandini, Jeffin, Joshua. I will check. I have to check. Soumya. So, okay, friends. So, all please stay safe.